sucker for love. And in this world full of suckers, you fit mine like a glove. The fit is perfect, but nobody above, yeah. The clock's ticking as the time flies by. We in two different worlds, but living the same life. Two different dreams, you make me feel so alive. Need you by my side, need you by my side. Just a power couple daily blowing off steam. Making love to you so damn seamlessly. We be doing it so damn frequently. Easy cause we on the same damn frequency. Take it to the Sunset Boulevard. Tell mama says she wanna tag along. She don't care if it's right or if it's wrong. Yeah, we'd always get along. Even through the downs, gotta stay strong. Now we singing the same song. All I ever did is think about you. I think about you daily. So baby girl, don't play me. All I ever did is think about you. They call me Dan, the Lakers fan. And I got a master plan for the Lakers back to the promised land. Spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equal. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jet.
What up, Laker family? It's your boy Dtlf back with another pregame live stream. Woo! We got an action-packed Friday evening, guys, because the Lakers play at 7, the Dodgers play at 5. So I went ahead and did my pregame a little earlier just to make sure that you guys don't miss either. All right. So what can I say, man? We got a lot of awesome news coming out, from Lakers land, from Lakers City, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, the Dodgers play tonight. Go Dodgers tonight. They're going to be over there in Toronto taking care of business. So in the World Series, man, very excited. All right. Good to see you, Tasia. What's up, Greg, Daniel, and Jonathan? Good to see you guys, man. Dr. J in the building. All right, so yeah, I do have some breaking news here, guys, that was announced a little earlier today. Mark Walter took the next step to purchasing your Los Angeles Lakers, presenting to a subcommittee of owners this Friday. Sources told ESPN, if approved by the full BOG next week, right, the $10 billion sale could be approved by the end of the month. Okay, so we could have brand spanking new ownership by the end of this month, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go. Very excited for that for multiple levels. For one, Mark Walter has been a very successful owner. As you can see what he's done with the Dodgers since taking over. They have been tremendous. And now he's built a dynasty. Can he do the same thing for our Lakers? I hope so. Secondly, because as you see, we lost game 1 of the regular season. LeBron's still out. We have some issues with this roster. If he comes in, is he going to come in here with an iron fist? And is he going to try to turn things around? That's an exciting prospect. Let's see if that could happen. That would be very exciting. But Mark Walter, again, could be owner officially by the end of this month, by the end of October. So very exciting news. What's up, JoJo? Good to see you, JoJo. Now, I want to talk about tonight's matchup here because this is pregame at the end of the day. Timberwolves, the team that eliminated us last season, all right, last postseason, is a team we owe revenge to. Unfortunately, we have no LeBron tonight. We have to make do with what we have. Now, Luka Doncic had 43 points on Tuesday. That was the most from a Laker on any opener of the season since Kobe Bryant's 45 back in 2007, ladies and gentlemen. So for a fact that we have a very special player on our hands. Austin Reeves finished with 26 points, 9 assists, but let's be honest, he didn't have a great game. So I'm hoping for a much quicker start from him because we don't want garbage minute points, right? Let's see. Tasia says, Dan, do you think Jake will play well tonight? That's a good question. You know what? Here's what I think. I think we need a new starting lineup, Tasia. As far as Jake goes, I much prefer him over Gabe Vincent, if I'm being honest, right? But, we need to elevate Luka Doncic's efficiency. He carried the low with 43 points last time, but, he was 2 for 10 from beyond the arc, so we need a little bit more efficiency from him. Not that I can ask much, right? Now, Minnesota, top 5 defense, allowing 114 points per game last season. He needs to hit about 40% from deep while facilitating. So that's not going to be easy. Tonight, I'm aiming for Luka to get 10 assists. All right. And that way we can exploit Rudy Gobert on the mismatches and the slower rotations. So that's going to be one of my keys. And Jake LaRavia might be one of the beneficiaries for sure to answer your question, Tasia. So hopefully everybody brings their A game, because I was underwhelmed by a lot of people outside of Luka. Almost everybody. No, damn it. I was underwhelmed by everybody except for Luka. I'm not going to mince my words. Now, we know Austin Reeves needs to be the X factor, because yes, he finished with 26-9 in the opener, but let's be honest. Again, most of those came in like phantom run mode, right? We need those points when we're trying to build a lead, when we're trying to sustain a lead, when we're trying to stay within striking distance. He built that lead. You know, he scored a lot of points in the fourth quarter, but we were already down double digits. So it was a phantom run at the end of the day. But we need him. He didn't have a good series last postseason against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yes, he was hurt, but here's his chance to prove, hey, listen, I was hurt. It's not going to repeat itself. We saw Jaden McDaniels and all the length that the Timberwolves had really bothered this kid. So I love Austin, but he got to be better. Now, DeAndre Ayton needs to dominate the paint, all right? Ayton, he met his 10 points, efficient shooting last game, but I think it was like 5 for 7, but he got few touches. All right, with Gobert anchoring the Wolves' interior, right? Ayton must feast on the lobs, post-ups, etc. You know, my target for him tonight will be about 18 points and 12 rebounds with a couple of blocks to neutralize Minnesota's rebounding edge. That would be nice. If he can do that, I'm happy, right? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Hey, Fresh Out Hip Hop in the building. Salute, my man. How y'all doing, man? Hopefully you guys are doing awesome. Let's see. He said in the chat, we did better coaching, game management from – oh, we definitely need that from JG. You're absolutely right. And it starts with the starting lineup, ladies and gentlemen. It absolutely starts with the starting lineup. There needs to be – listen, the small ball, switch hunting BS with Gabe Vincent at point isn't working. It isn't going to work at all. So instead, my starting lineup is going to have Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, Marcus Smart, Rui, and DeAndre Ayton. I thought that was a no-brainer lineup. I thought that was for sure a no-brainer lineup for you know what I mean, for the Lakers. And then they came in preseason with some BS. What's up, Solo? Good to see you, bro. He said Ayton needs this game to prove himself. To me, he better show out. Well, I'm not sure he knows you exist, my boy, but I get your point. He said to prove himself to me. I love it. Look, I'm not going to be too hard on Ayton because, again, he's brand new to this offense. Luke and him didn't really play a lot preseason. I think he was efficient, 5 for 7, bro. Can't ask too much from him. The problem I had was that the Lakers didn't put him in a good position to defend. You know, they went small ball. We could have put Vandal there at the 5 whenever they went small ball, and they cooked this on the switches. Now Ayton does have to work on switching out into the perimeter. He stays in the paint too much, so now all of a sudden you're gonna get some wide open threes. This team's gonna be different. I think Ayton's gonna be a bigger impact tonight because he's going up against a slower half-court team rather than a fast-paced pick and roll, pick and pop transition team. So this should definitely be right around his alley for sure. But I feel what you're saying. Ayton definitely needs to prove himself, not just to you and to me, but to the entire world if he wants his career to continue, because this could be one of his last final stands, you know? Can we go? There she is. Seth says, man, I hate whenever you stream this mode because I can't see the background. Oh, you can't use the background play while working? DoorDash, every time I have to use my GPS, it pauses your video. Oh, man, sorry to hear that, Angel. Yeah, the only reason I do this is because this reaches a broader audience. So we're trying to grow the channel this year. But I feel you, brother. That's unfortunate. Maybe YouTube can improve upon that right there for sure. That would be awesome. What up next, FaZe? He said, Lakers will take the L, but I'm hoping for a strong showing. And, of course, logo is cheap. Bro, listen, man. At the end of the day, no. Let's be honest. We cannot come in here saying that the Lakers are going to take the L. That just doesn't work that way. You know, it's a game. And the games have to be played, and you just never know how the Lakers are going to show up. Hopefully they do. Hopefully they show up and they do some work today. But, yeah. Tasia says, I feel like last game we didn't utilize Vandal enough. Win tonight's game, we got to play Vandal. That's a good point. And Vandal plays really good against his former team. So you're absolutely right, Tasia. It would be nice to play Vandal. Another key here, we need perimeter shooting redemptions tonight. We do. All right, Lakers shot 25% from 3. All right, that killed them against Golden State. Minnesota ranks first in opponents' three-point percentage early, right? 50% allowed. So LA must hit I think 10 to 12 plus threes tonight at least a 35% clip. That's what I'm asking. To counter Edwards' scoring burst, we're gonna have to, keep them at bay and just do the right things, man. And I really hope that they can do that tonight. But there's several keys to tonight's matchup that I think the Lakers have to come out here and show out. Everything you guys have mentioned is on point. Now, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, I think to Taja's point here, we got to contain Anthony Edwards. Who better, than Vandal for that? Who better than Marcus Smart? By the way, like I said, I'd start Marcus Smart as a perfect matchup. But we start with Vandal. I'm sorry, we start with Gabe Vincent and Austin again. Our backcourt is going to get eaten alive by Anthony Edwards. We can't do that. So I'm trying to see the intelligence of JJ Redick tonight, and I hope that he shows us what he's capable of. Otherwise, I'm going to be really pissed post game if he does the same garbage back to back. Now we got to put him in the same category as Darvingham. And I know it's early, and I'm trying to be graceful and buy him some time. But man, you can't come out here with Gabe Vincent trying to guard Anthony Edwards. You already saw what Jimmy Butler did to Gabe Vincent. He's too undersized. I'm sorry. He's solid defensively versus point guards, but outside of that, he can't switch multiple positions defensively, and it's just not good enough, right? So again, Ant torched us in the playoffs, and so did Julius, and we got to figure that out. I would assign Marcus Smart as a primary defender. Use that physicality, to force tough shots and limit Ant to under 30 points. That is my key to winning tonight's matchup. We're at home. It's possible. We have Vandal. We got Marcus Smart. We got Jake LaRavia. We got some good switchable size that we could put on him. And, let's disrupt Minnesota's momentum. Let's do that. It's going to be key, man. My guy Solo said, I'm just hoping that this isn't one of those seasons where we are playing catch up after the All-Star break. Yeah, that's true. And a lot of that's going to be in the coaching staff because he's got the tools, Solo. But, he learned how to use them. I mean, we cannot start with Gabe Vincent. I said that preseason. The final preseason game when they brought him out, I was like, SpaghettiOs, we're in trouble now. And hopefully, like this guy said, JJ isn't the new him. Jonathan, appreciate you, my boy. He said, my lineup prediction, Luka, AR, Rui, Vando, and Ayton. And I'd be cool with that too. And I would actually much prefer that lineup than Gabe Vincent in there. If we can throw Vando in there, that was my second favorite, by the way. But I think Marcus Smart has proven enough where you can throw him out there, man. He's actually better for floor spacing because he could actually knock down shots and he can actually attack and do some nice things here and there. He stays aggressive. Will keep the defense on their toes. Versus with Vando, they can sag off, and now it feels like you're playing 5-on-4. That's the only reason that's not my favorite lineup, but it is my second favorite lineup based on what we have. We don't have many options, but it'd be nice if we come out correctly and do the right things. Like that would be really nice. Now, again, we were efficient from the field overall in our opener. We hit 54% from the field overall, but defensively, those third quarters, man, those third quarters have been cooking my Lakers for far too long. We got to chill out with those third quarters, man. It starts now, and let's see what happens. But again, the third quarter intensity surge, yeah, bro, that has to fade. We have to somehow figure that out. I don't know if they're having donuts at the half or what, and then we got home court. Come on, man. Come on, we got home court. We're at Crypto.com Arena. We're at Staples Center. We got to be electric tonight. That's on the fans. If you're there, lose your voice, man. Lose your voice, ladies and gentlemen, because the Lakers need us. Believe it or not, players feed off of their energy. I've had NBA players come on this podcast and tell me that Staples Center is really chill to play as the opposition. They don't fear us anymore like once they did when we had Kobe and Shaq. So I think that's on the Hollywood stars. They got to be louder, and the fans that sit on the top got to be the loudest, and everybody, got to be passionate and make it feel like home court advantage for sure, right? It has to be. And then finally our bench, can the bench provide 25 plus points a game? That's been the biggest question mark for me, and this is why I want Austin Reeves potentially to end up in the bench, or Rui, or especially with Gabe. Like our bench has potential to have some scoring punch, but the current rotation is not necessarily calling for that, right? How can I forget the free throws? Guys, we missed tons of free throws. We left plenty of points on the board. Can't do that if you're going to win. Can't do that if you're going to win. You have to hit your free throws. And I'm talking about our guards, Austin Reeves, Jake LaRavia, Gabe Vincent, Marcus Smart. They especially have to lead by example because guards are supposed to lead, right? They're supposed to lead, man. Hey, Ortega DX, appreciate you, bro, man. Thank you so much for all your support and all the love, my guy. Very excited, man, for tonight's game and tonight's matchup as well. Again, I did pregame earlier because the Dodgers do play in about 10 minutes, and I want you guys to be able to watch that with no interruption. So we get the pregame in, we watch some Dodgers, and we hop on over to playback for some Laker basketball. So just like Kimmy Go posted the link, make sure you guys download the app, Playback TV, and follow my room, Goat Central. All right, so make sure you guys are there. Let's see, my guy. What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing, Prince? Good to see you, man. Let's see. Tasia says, have Reeves come off the bench. We need his scoring power there. Plus, I hate Reeves and Luka backcourt bad defense. You know what, Tasia? You can actually disguise some of that bad defense if you put a real defender next to them, like a Marcus Smart. But you're right. I much prefer, and I've been saying this since we traded for Luka, and even before that, I was already preferring Austin Reeves to come off the bench. Yes, he puts up all-star numbers. He could be the designated sixth man of the year / all-star. You can still do that. You can be an all-star off the bench, Austin. So hopefully you don't have somebody bad in your ear telling you that you need to start in order to be an all-star, because that's not winning basketball material. If you're worried more about starting than being an all-star because you're in a contract year, now it's a problem. But what do you guys think? Are you guys as excited as I am to have new ownership? We're going to love and always miss the Bus family, but it's a time for a new era. And Mark Walter is a winner, guys. That is the news that got me excited. He could end this. He could own this Laker team by the end of the month. That is very exciting because we're officially October 24th, right? There's only 31 days in this month. So that's really, really soon. That's by next week at some point. So that's exciting. Right, Sean? Ain't that right, Sean? My guy Ortega said, I'll be at crypto as a birthday gift. I better see our Lakers get the job done, bro. Early happy birthday. You going to be out there tonight? Happy birthday, bro. And I hope we get that win for you for sure. I think we can do it. I know some of you came in negative talking about we're going to be 0-2. Listen, man, I've seen crazier things happen, and we have the tools to win. We have what it takes. We improved, believe it or not, from last roster. It's just that we're missing pieces, obviously. No LeBron, no Maxi Clee, but there's pieces missing. But that's not an excuse. It's always been next man up. We were able to beat the Knicks without Anthony Davis, right? Without LeBron James last season, right before AD got traded. We were able to beat the Knicks. So you can beat some really good teams, you know, from time to time. And tonight's no exception, man. We have to have a hunger. What I want to see is a passion from this team and anger. Like, you guys are put us out in the playoffs. We're not going to allow you to come in our house and beat us in our second home opener. Can't have that. It is time for a new era. Absolutely, Tasia. Absolutely. And awesome. Thank you guys so much for wishing my guy a happy birthday. Whether it's today or it's early, happy birthday to you, my brother. And I hope we get multiple wins for you. Let's see. Who else has a comment? My guy said, Genie's still going to control the Lakers. Mark Walter is the money guy. You know what, Sean? I don't buy it. I don't buy that Genie's going to control the Lakers. I know they say that, but remember, they said the same thing to Mark Cuban before they just put him out. So once Mark Walter takes over, he's calling all the shots. Genie's just there. She's going to be there representing the Lakers because she's a wonderful face to have as far as a face of the Lakers, right? So she's just a good person. Everybody loves Genie, so she's going to be there representing. She'll probably be there for the rest of her life. And I'm happy about that because we love Jeanie Buss. This isn't us trying to push her out the door. This is us embracing a new role and saying, you know, oh, man, we're excited for a new era and to see what this guy, Mark Walter, has in store for us. Imagine what he did for the Dodgers, turn them into an absolute dynasty and some. Imagine what he can do for the Lakers when he has extra resources, extra ways to build up the arena, the facility, you know, things to draw in free agents. Money talks, man. I'm sorry. Money talks. But like I was saying, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. By the way, if you guys weren't here yesterday morning, man, I had a wonderful, wonderful interview with the book author of A Hollywood Ending. All right. And you guys, I definitely asked some hard hitters. You guys asked some hard hitters, and it was wonderful. He enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And you guys are going to want to see that if you didn't see it, okay? Because that was a lot of fun asking him. And I actually asked him what he thought about the Russell Westbrook and how that ended the whole Russell Westbrook, LeBron AD era. And he gave me the answer that I was hoping to hear, which is Russ needs to take accountability because he likes blaming everybody else, but there's four fingers pointing back at him and one pointing out. So sometimes you got to look in the mirror, man, especially when the problem persists. And that's the problem with Russell Westbrook. He never does. It's always somebody else's fault. You end up hating the world at this rate. But again, we want to wish him the best, except for when he plays us, and we keep it pushing over here. All right, guys, this video is brought to you and sponsored by Underdog and also Prize Picks. And right now, it is time to direct your attention to the center of the screen because we're going to do a quick little Prize Picks entry. Like I said, promo code DTLF, guys, will get you guys that $50 in promo credit and play credit when you deposit and play your first 5. So make sure you guys tap in. We're going to go with Victor Wembanyama again. All right, because this dude has been an absolute cook. Everything he does, everything he touches turns to gold. I'm going to pick up Luka again. He's going to have an MVP season. I predicted 33, 9-9 this year. I think he dropped 43 his first game. So that's going to be light work for him. Who else are we going to throw in here? We got to throw in, you know what? I'm going to throw in, should I? I'm going to throw in Wemby once more. All right, because you can stack them now. But actually, no, because you know what? There's not like a big difference right here. And today is Flex Friday as well. So, guys, basically no risk, all reward tonight. So make sure you guys do tap in there. Let's see. Who else we picking up today? Oh, yeah, it's going to be a transition game. I could definitely see Troy Murphy picking up a couple of fouls here. I've never done a foul entry, though, so I'm not going to do that. Let's go points. Let's go points, and let's see what we do there. Let's see. Bobby Portis already at the half. I'm going to go less since he's already at the half. Already. Let's see how much it goes up by. So we have, so far we got Luka, Wemby, Bobby Portis going under the 9.5 points. And I like to take some live entries right now. Brandon Ingram, will he get to 22? Toronto versus Milwaukee? Probably. You know what? I'm going to go Miles Turner under the 19.5. He's already at the half. I'm going to go with that. That's going to be my entry for the day. We're going to do 5. And again, it is going to be, it has to be a flex play. Okay, flex. There you go. With a 40%. Make sure you guys are tapped in to your promo funds, to your promos, right? Because they have amazing promos, and you guys are not going to want to miss out there, all right? So that's going to be the entry right there, guys. And I'll Miles Turner, I went under. It's a live game going on over there right now. Let's see. It might be too late. It might be too late for the Bobby Portis one. All right, so we're not going to do that. Let's just subtract that. I'm going to go with Miles Turner and everybody else. Sometimes you got to hurry up and make your selections because they go quick, man. And once they're no longer eligible, then you no longer win. Nothing. So, yeah, make sure you make your entries, man. It is Flex Friday today. And so win or your promo credit back. And that is going to be our entry of the day right there. Let me go ahead and bring myself back. Perfect. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Kimmy Goat. Let's see. Russ clogs the paint. Yeah, the thing about Russell Westbrook, man, is that he turned into all attitude and not enough skill. You can get away with your attitude, but you got to have some skill behind it. There has to be some skill behind that attitude. You can't just be all attitude and no skill. All right. You know what? I'm feeling froggy. I'm going to go ahead and do an underdogs entry as well. Why not? Why not? Although this one's a little more, let's see. I think they have a promo boost today, but I didn't find it. So I'm just going to go Alperen Sengun. I'm going to go, he's going up against Detroit. They like to push the pace. All right, so I'm probably going to stay away from that. Again, I'm picking up Wemby. I'm picking up Ant. He loves playing the Lakers. All right. Who else are we going to pick up? Luka. I'm going to pick up Luka and assist today. I think he'll be much more of a playmaker. And then I'll pick up Kevin Durant in. Why not? You know what? I'm going to go lower for KD. There's a lot of bucket getters over there in Houston. I'm going to go lower for KD in points. And same thing. We're going to do the $5 entry. All right. And we're going to do standard. Gives us 56. Why not? Let's do it. Perfect. There you go. There's your picks for both underdogs, both promo code DTLF. Underdog right now, though, gets you a little bit more. Underdog gives you just a little bit more. It gives you 100 instead of the 50, all right, for the entry. So I went higher on Wemby, 28 points per game, higher on Anthony Edwards, 28.5 points per game, higher on Luka, assist 8.5, and now went lower on KD. I don't know. I just a gut feeling. I could be wrong. So trust your gut. You know, submit some of my entries with some of yours combined. All right. My final observation for tonight is simple, man. We got to get out of the gate early, both in the first quarter and in the third quarter. Period. Those third quarters, man, I'm telling you, man, you absolutely cannot take your foot off the gas. Those are momentum shifters, just like the first quarter. I think the fourth quarter is important, obviously, but I think to keep momentum, you got to win the first quarter and the third quarter, and then just close off, right? That's what I feel. My guy said, "Can I do prize picks in California?" Yes, you can. It's not it's not a betting website. It's a prop entry website, so it is definitely legal. Make sure you guys tap in. Same thing with Underdog. You can do them both. They're best daily fantasy sports apps out there. So make sure you guys tap in, man, and get a chance at some moolah for sure. But yeah, promo code DTLF on both of them with your first $5 deposit. They will match you with 50 on prize picks and 100 on Underdog. So that's 150 if you combine for both. That's a lot of opportunities to make money. And if you tail my entries, then you get even more chances. All right. All right. Final keys to tonight's matchup. Like I said, get out of the gates early, both first and third quarter. Luka Doncic has to be spectacular, not just in scoring though. I want to see double digits in assists tonight. Get everybody involved. I mean, he was already at 9 the last one, so there's not a lot of room for improvement. But just keep doing what you're doing, Luka. And then my third and final key is going to be defense. We have to play defense, especially transition defense. You miss a shot, got to get back in transition. We have a good defensive team. JJ has to utilize the proper rotations, and he has to make sure that they put in the proper work to execute in the half-court defensive sets, okay? And especially in transition as well. So, little things like that. And then a bonus key, fundamentals. Hit your free throws, box out, and don't turn the ball over. We turned it over 19 times last game. That's a recipe for disaster. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. Dodger game's right about starting right now. Go Dodgers. It's a little delayed, it says here on the app, but I'm going to let you guys go so that you guys enjoy the games, man, and all that good stuff. And thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you guys for all the love. Thank you, Kimiko. Thank you, Tasia. Next phase. Appreciate you guys. I will see you guys here for post game. And if I see you guys live during the game or we're on playback, make sure you don't stay back, man. Get in there early for a chance at a VIP pass. All right. Go Lakers. Go Dodgers. Let's get it tonight, baby. See y'all for post game. Peace.